welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to take a little break from the usual, and I'm going to talk about school and what I think about, the upcoming school year. So for our county, it seems like what they're going to do is they're going to do virtual for the first 9 weeks, and then they're going to reevaluate kind of to see what's going on. And then they're trying to get the kids to go back to school after that. So with that, it's kind of a challenge because, we have kids of multiple grade levels. So what are we gonna do if they're virtual learning, but they're not on the same schedule? Or, I don't know. I think it's just some kids just aren't good with virtual learning. And, what are the parents gonna do? What are we gonna do? I work, my wife works, I travel, I'm not here all the time. Daycares are hard to get. And I'm sure a lot of y'all in the same boat. So it's like, what are y'all thoughts on it? What are y'all gonna do? What ifs? And I think it's a lot of stress on the parents. I think a lot of the counties are doing the best they can to figure out a solution, but I also feel like they might have waited a little too late. This pandemic started in March or so, and so they had all that time. Maybe they didn't think it was going to be so bad, but it doesn't matter. You should always be proactive instead of reactive. So they're just now planning this stuff. I mean, maybe they started thinking about it a couple weeks ago, but it's still too late at that point. So now we're in this situation of, okay, what about this? What about that? What about the kids that don't have internet? This county saying, well, they can come to the school and we'll have Wi-Fi, so they can sit in the parking lot, we can get on Wi-Fi. Okay, so what if they can't get to the school? What about lunch? How are they gonna get their lunch? What if, school is the only, they only get their meal from school and they can't make it to the school? So there are a ton of things to think about, so it's just one of those things where it's a lot of uncertainty. Like, I would love to see your thoughts on it. Like I said, it's just, I don't know what we're gonna do. Like Christopher, for example, even if he and Jane are on the same schedule, I could see that being crazy. Like Jaden saying, hey Christopher, you gotta log in, you gotta start your virtual learning today at this time, and Christopher will be doing God knows what, probably playing games or something. So it's just one of those things where if a parent can't be at the house, what is the kid gonna be doing? And also, if the parent is the teacher, say the parent is able to be home with the kid and they're able to teach them well, how does that whole thing work? Is there like does the parent need to be certified? Because what if, they don't specifically know how to teach the kid, they're just doing the best they can? And also, what about screen time? So that's a lot of screen time for a kid to be on the computer all day long. And then when they want free time, they want to play, they can't go anywhere, so they're going to play on the computer too. So that's a ton of screen time. So should packets be sent home? Maybe they can do some work at the table, or it's just a lot. For all the teachers out there, how do you guys feel? Are you guys comfortable being in the classroom with a lot of kids? Should the kids be allowed in the classroom? From a teacher's perspective, what do you think on that? And also, as far as, say, if classrooms are limited to 50% capacity, should you guys be responsible for the cleaning, providing, I don't know, wipes or whatever the case may be to the kids? Like, how do you feel about that? And would that put a strain on you guys? Because if it's 50% capacity, it's basically after every class session, or, if the kids are rotating classes, everything's gonna have to be clean, wiped down, and all that type stuff. So how do you feel about that? There's a lot to think about. And, I feel like it's just so unsafe. Even like the school bus, because parents can't drop their kids off. Now everybody can drop their kids off at school. So how's the school bus going to be handled? You know, they're talking about only X amount of kids can get on the bus at one time. So it's like the bus driver doing, I don't know, the route 10 times. Like, how are they going to do that? And then you have to figure out pay. So if the bus route's longer, then you got to pay them more. So, you know, it's proven that a lot of counties are cheap as far as paying their bus drivers and teachers anyway. So are they going to compensate them? It's so many things to think about. And when they discussed the meeting for here, they didn't even want to meet in the same building. So how do they think why do they think the kids should go to school? I mean, this is all the areas. I'm looking at it from every angle and thinking about how long they had to think about this. And they're still in the planning phase. Like, they had still since March. And basically, they're just being reactive more than proactive. At this point, they should have been thinking about this already. So, I don't know. Those are just some additional things that I wanted to add to the first conversation. Wanted to see from a teacher's perspective. All right. So, yeah, just leave me your comments. Let me know what you think. So, that's it. That's all. I appreciate y'all listening today. And hopefully we can do more of these, just kind of interaction and get your thoughts on things. All right, thanks.